Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a special video all about our Kayali Elixir 11, one of the first fragrances in our Kayali collection. And in all honesty, I've always felt like this fragrance never really got the shine that it deserves. It's a beautiful, amazing fragrance, and it was actually Huda and my favorite juice in the collection, which is why we called it the Elixir. And when we developed the Kayali collection, we were always like, you know, this is supposed to be the main fragrance you wear, and then you would layer the vanilla, the citrus, the musk on top of it to create your own signature scent. So this was our absolute favorite. We felt it was the most unique, the most special, and I really just feel like a lot of people haven't even tried it yet, and I want to give it some love because this is definitely a very, very special fragrance. Our Elixir 11 is a really beautiful, fruity floral fragrance that's a bit woody. Definitely, it's just super unique. I've never smelled anything like it. To me, it is definitely the sexiest fragrance out of our collection number one. It's very bold, very provocative. It gives me a lot of confidence when I wear it. I always say it's like my boardroom fragrance. When I want to feel very confident, like I can take over a room, I put on my Elixir, and I really do feel like it is super attention grabbing, but in the best way possible. If I had to describe this fragrance in 3 words, I would definitely say it's bold, sexy, and classy. This fragrance was actually developed with an incredible nose from Firmenich, Pierre Negrin, and he is a legend in the industry. He actually worked on so many super famous fragrances from Tom Ford, Calvin Klein, Amouage, and many other great brands, and he had a really special twist when it came to his fragrances. I really love that he makes things super deep but also light at the same time. Like when I smell Elixir, I feel the depth from the woodiness, the patchouli. I feel like it's super light and bright from the rose de mai, the red apple. So it's a really nice combination of heavy and light fragrances at the same time. It's just super sexy. It's feminine and masculine at the same time. I don't know how to describe it, but it works. It works on everyone. Like this is something that literally everybody wears, and it just works really well. I'd probably say it's the most used by men from what we've seen with our Kayali community and even our team. Like a lot of guys really love it. I'm not sure if it's because of the fragrance or because it's a black bottle, but they just gravitate towards it. True story, and this is very funny, but every time I smell this fragrance, this actual modification, the 11th mod, I remember Hood and I were in Beverly Hills. We were outside the Four Seasons Hotel, and if you guys know the Four Seasons, it's like on the road. When you sit there in the cafe, like people can kind of smell you as they walk by. And I remember there was these men who came and they passed by us and they were like, "What are you guys wearing?" They were like going crazy, and they're like, "We need this for our wives, our girlfriends," and we're like, "Sorry, you can't get it yet." But it was just so exciting to see people's reaction and just to see them like just lusting over this fragrance. And that's when we knew like that was the right mod. We were like, okay, everybody's going crazy. We got stopped everywhere we went, but people just fell in love with it. So this is definitely a really attention grabbing, sexy, confident, bold fragrance. So this is just a reminder that all of our Kayali fragrances are cruelty-free. They're all made in France, and Elixir 11 is actually vegan. So we're really excited to be able to launch a vegan fragrance. It's a bit challenging, to be really honest, when it comes to making a vegan fragrance, but this one we were able to achieve that. So it's very special. Beautiful. So in the top notes, we have this beautiful crispy red apple note, which is really beautiful, and I feel like it gives it that freshness, that boldness, that confidence. And then we also have some delicious rose petals as well. In the middle, we have this beautiful Rose de Mai Absolute, which is one of the most precious rose notes there are. And I actually went to Grass personally to pick the Rose de Mai petals and just experience that for the first time. It was absolutely amazing. Rose de Mai is super special. It's a rose that only grows in May for only about a week or 2. Perfumers go nuts just trying to harvest all these roses because it's such a sought after ingredient in the perfume industry. It's very special. It's very different. It's not too mature, but it's also very strong at the same time, and it has a lot of depth. So it's a really beautiful rose note that we're happy to be able to include in this fragrance. Very expensive, like all the ingredients I end up liking for some reason. Finance hates me. But I just had to put it in this juice. It's very, very, very special. And we also have jasmine, which you guys know is one of my favorite ingredients. I just find it to be one of the most beautiful white floral notes. I feel like jasmine is so soft and cocooning, but also has a really like animalistic sexiness to it too at the same time, which is why I feel like this is just bold and light at the same time. It's just beautiful. In the dry down, we have patchouli, ambrox, vanilla, praline, and musk. For me, I really smell smell the patchouli and the vanilla, probably the most, and the musk. It is really beautiful when it dries down. I mean, it's gorgeous when you spray it, but the dry down to me with the Elixir is probably my favorite part because it is very strong. It's very woody, and I think it comes from that patchouli note. It's just really long lasting, and I think from our collection number 1, this is definitely the most long lasting fragrance that we launched. I'm gonna spray it right now. I'm gonna give it a minute to smell the dry down, but it's absolutely just really, really, really deep and long lasting. For me, this fragrance is really something that I would wear when I want to feel very confident. So whether it's the boardroom or going on like first or second date, maybe a second, third date when it's a little bit more serious conversations. Notice that I say second or third date, it's serious conversations. I'm too like all in. But like when you want to kind of bring that boldness and just feel super confident, I think that this is definitely a fragrance that you should try. I personally just feel really, really like bold when I wear it. So this bottle stands out from all our other fragrances in collection 1. We wanted to make it a little bit dark to represent the depth of the juice and just how strong it is. Also to make sure that it stands out to be special, because again, like we really wanted people to wear this on its own and then layer with the other fragrances. It didn't turn out that way. Like people started like loving the vanilla, loving the musk, loving the citrus, loving the Elixir separately, but the whole idea came as like you wear the Elixir and then you layer the different scents on top to create your kind of combination around the Elixir. Try it out if you guys haven't yet. It really is a beautiful fragrance, and again, it works for everyone. I feel like whenever you have rose and fruits and woody notes together, it just creates something that's very timeless. So this is really, really, really beautiful, very sexy. Even if you don't try it, like I just hope you learned something special and new about it today. Kind of feel like it was my first baby, even though we launched 4 at the same time. This was kind of like the star child of the collection. So in some ways, this is like number 1 for us. So very special. When it comes to layering with the Elixir juice, I honestly feel like it works so well with all of the fragrances, especially collection 1, because that's how we developed it. We developed it to layer with all of collection 1. But from collection number 1, I would definitely say that if I had to pick favorites, it would be vanilla and citrus. Vanilla because you guys know I put it on everything. I consider it the best topper there ever could be created. It's just vanilla fragrances in general, but especially our vanilla 28. It's like amazing. It's like the whipped cream to your cake. Oh my God. Crazy good, crazy good. On the other side, I'm gonna do citrus. That's really beautiful too, and it's just so different. This is why I love layering. You really can create like insanely different combinations with just maybe 3 or 4 juices together. You can create tons and tons and tons of combinations. I don't know how many because I forgot all my math skills, but it's a lot. And our Elixir comes in all 3 sizes. We have the 100 ml right here, our 50 ml, and our amazing 10 ml bottle. And you can also find it in our mini set, which we launched recently, which is amazing. So if you guys haven't seen our sampler set yet, you get all 8 fragrances, 1.5 ml of each, which is also a great way to try all of the fragrances and also layer them all together to figure out what's your favorite combination. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, I like to end my videos with a quote of the day. I'm just gonna freestyle today. With the right fragrance, you can really take over the world. So get your perfumes, spray it on yourself, feel amazing, feel your confidence, and just take over. Love you guys.